So this is something that that really piques our interest and something that we've talked about in the past. We've been pretty open and honest that when you encapsulate a crawl space, you do not need insulation in that crawl space. North Carolina Building Code does require insulation. We have ran our own studies in the greater Charlotte area. Again, this answer may vary if you was up north somewhere. But what we have found is, from a non-bias standpoint, not trying to sell any products such as the insulation industry, what we found is that insulation doesn't matter. The only reason you have to have insulation under your house right now is because most homes are built with open foundation vents that allow that air to flow under the house. So if it's 30 degrees outside, you want that floor insulated so that your floor ain't super cold. But when we encapsulate this crawl space and we seal them vents off, we're stopping that air from coming into the crawl space. And essentially we're insulating your entire crawl space versus just under your floor. We're also going to use a little bit of caulk or foam to foam any penetrations, any little holes, any cracks or anything like that to really reduce the amount of air that gets under your house so that your dehumidifier runs more efficient. One of the other things we find is that when we encapsulate that crawl space and stop that air from coming in, we trap in the heat from the dehumidifier running. So the dehumidifier does not put out hot air, but that air is slightly warm. So in the winter, your floors are going to stay warmer because of that dehumidifier. And if your HVAC system's under your house, the radiant heat from that mechanical device that running is also going to heat up that area. So what we have found is, with a encapsulated crawl space and a dehumidifier in the greater Charlotte area, that your crawl space without any insulation is going to stay between 65 and 75 degrees year round. If you do not have an encapsulated crawl space with a dehumidifier, then your crawl space is going to stay anywhere from about 50 degrees up to about 83 degrees. So it's a lot larger variance versus the 10-degree variance with a encapsulated crawl space with a dehumidifier. So, we've just not found much benefit to insulation in a crawl space unless it's a new construction and you got to pull permits and inspectors are coming behind us. Then yes, you do have to insulate the crawl space for those reasons.